this is, in my opinion, is the best job in the world. It's all I've ever wanted to do.
Oh,
And I'm just grateful that I have the opportunity to do it. You know, I've known I've wanted to do this since I was 8, and if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And if you stop loving it, then it's time to move on, and it's okay.
la 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 la, ladies, the ladies. La, la, la. Now here's the leading ladies by geezers of gear. On tour, maybe she got some stories to share. Now here's the leading ladies by the geezers of gear. Rock star ladies with some stories to share, because la 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 ladies, the ladies, la la. Hi, Maria. Welcome to the Leading Ladies podcast.
Hello.
Hi. So I've got to apologize to you and to apologize to like anybody that's watching and listening. So my video is shocking. So basically I'm actually at the moment on a really remote island. And the internet's is not 100%. So hence my amazing curtain backdrop.
It's okay, I have bare walls, so don't feel bad.
But really the lighting, this is the best place to even light me up. I had where I was sitting before, you couldn't even see my face. I mean,
Mm,
maybe that's a good thing, I don't know, but yeah, you couldn't even you couldn't even see my face.
yeah.
And then the internet would kept on going, and I was like, "Oh, please," because we just started saying that we were gonna have this chat when you was on Offspring. We'll go into everything about what you do, but Offspring, but in Cardiff. And I said it was about 7 weeks ago, and you was like, "It's longer." I was like, "Oh my goodness, that feels like it was yesterday. We were, like, just trying to get together."
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Insane, insane. So, basically, I don't know anything about you. So, really, I need to know everything.
Okay.
So basically, obviously, it was David, who I believe is your father.
Yes, he is.
So he was really kind and sent me basically contacts of some lovely ladies in the industry, and of course you was like
Mhm.
top of his list. Um, and really from there, I mean, normally I give like a guest intake form, but I don't even believe we did that. We've just been like messaging back and
No, just
forth.
emailing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So I kind of just had a look, but obviously video is your thing. But please tell me
Yeah.
exactly what do you do in this amazing industry of ours?
Um, well, I like to say that I just build big Lego TVs.
That's the
I
best
just play with
answer.
adult Legos all day.
I've never heard
I
it
play
done
with
like
adult
brilliant.
Legos.
So you're in the video side of the industry?
I am on video production, yes.
Okay.
I build video LED, and I build the cameras and I operate the cameras.
Oh.
I also do projection for video, so, that's what I was doing in Europe. I was doing the, um, 30K Panasonic laser projectors, and setting up rear projected screens. Usually that's what you do, rear projection for a lot of rock shows and tours. You can do front projection, obviously. That's a little bit
Mhm,
more corporate though. I personally have never ran into a lot of experience with front projection unless we're doing it from the front of house on a kabuki screen in
mhm.
front of the stage, which I did for Christina Aguilera, which was really great in 2019. It looked beautiful. It gave a whole like 3D aspect
Yeah, I
to
bet.
the upstage wall without doing a separate vanish wall because the kabuki is rolling in and out. It was like on automation, but yeah, I do, like, 3-ish hats. 3-ish.
3-ish, yeah, but that's I mean, it's always good to have, like, many hats, and on, your last tour
Mhm,
well, you say your last tour, you're still doing it now, Offspring. So
mhm.
what are you doing on Offspring?
I started doing the LED,
Mhm,
for that, and then production added projection, and they wanted to keep me, so they asked me to do the projection since I could do that also, and I agreed to it, and I did projection, and now, with this Canada run, I'm going back to LED.
mhm,
Yeah.
yeah, and so what okay, I'm presuming you've obviously had your feet in the industry, like, insights because of family, father being in the industry and all the rest of it, but when did you first begin in the industry, and when did you like, think, "Actually, I love this," like,
I was
and
8.
8. Wow, that's oh god, tell me this how 8 years old.
I knew I either wanted to do, this or marine biology when I was 8 years old.
Okay, chalk and cheese.
It was one or the other, and I knew I never flip-flopped between careers or anything like that. It was just a matter of fact of marine biology made no money. It's a passion job, and this one is also a passion job, but you
So you
can
get
get
money,
handsomely compensated for it.
and
So that was kind of where I was like, "All right, well, I'm just gonna do that." And, my dad taught me how to plug in hot feeder when I was 11.
oh, that's awesome, yeah.
So that's kind of I think when you accurately learn how to deal with feeder and things like that, kind of when you start in this industry,
Mhm.
I knew how to coil cable by the time I was like 6 or 7.
I love that so much, seriously.
I used to follow my dad around and help him pick up little cables,
Brilliant. So
so
did you ever go on, like, full tour, say, with your dad, or was it just, like, you'd visit and then help out, or
it was like summer, like I would do like 2 months or whatever during the
Mhm.
summer when I wasn't in school, and they would lose a junk bunk, I
Yep.
think. I don't really remember the span of time
Mhm.
a lot, but they would lose a jump bunk, and it was usually a top bunk, and to this day, I'm a top bunk
Yeah.
gal. I don't sleep in any other bunk. Um,
I have
I've
stay
slept
on
on the top
bottom.
bunk since I was
Uh,
a kid,
I am bottom, always bottom. So we'd get
you
on
know?
well if we was on a tour.
Yeah, I'm a top bunk gal. Yeah, and I've always just yeah, I don't know.
But how
Maybe
but that's just for me, that's I mean, I got into the industry quite well, very late in life,
I
and
did too without being connected to my dad. I feel I did as well because he did not want me to pursue this.
I was gonna ask you this. Okay, I was gonna ask you that. Yep.
Yeah. He didn't he had made it very clear from a young age when I told him I wanted to do it that he did not want me to pursue it. He did not want me in this industry for obvious reasons, you know.
What
Um
what would you class as your obvious reasons?
Well, it is a male-dominated industry,
Yeah.
and, at the end of the day, like, this is probably one of the few gray areas of the world that is left. This, like, in the industry, the banter back and forth can be great, it can also be very crude, it's men, like,
Yeah.
which is fine, and this is not an industry for, I hate to say it, for people with, like, sensitive feelings,
No, not at all. Seriously.
like,
No.
"Sorry, man, like, we're just talking shop here, and if, you can't hang, I mean, you can leave." Like, it's nothing personal.
No. No, no. Yeah, no, I yeah, I can see that. I mean, wondering if you're like your dad had for those reasons, I don't want you going into it, but also knowing that
Yeah.
the career that you've chosen, the industry, because you said, financially, it's an incredible industry to be in. work wise.
Absolutely.
And it's, on that side of things, the encouragement to be sent into this I mean, I would tell everybody now, all the young kids that I know, right, learn this, do this, get into this industry. Because I mean, I've just loved it so much.
I do too. I mean,
Yeah.
I do too.
And I'm not
I love my
I'm not
job.
normal. Like as I said at the moment, I mean, like, yeah, I'm not a normal person. Okay, I've got a kind of a normal job right now, producing the podcast and all the rest of it. It's remote work. But I still get itchy feet all the time, like I need to do a
Yeah.
one tour a
I mean,
year just to get me back.
I've been at home, I've been not working for 7 weeks, and I'm like, "I'm ready. Like, where's my flight? Let's go."
Lightswitch is a collective of award-winning lighting, media, and visual designers committed to changing how people experience the world. For more than 30 years, we have been practicing pragmatic design. At Lightswitch, we believe it's our responsibility to keep our clients' creative, logistical, and financial objectives in balance. Lightswitch's range of expertise is extensive, from working one-on-one with clients and artists to multidisciplinary teams collaborating on all visual aspects of temporary and permanent projects. Lightswitch creates unforgettable moments and powerful experiences. We celebrate our team, clients, and all of our industry's diverse and talented people. As a part of our commitment to inclusion in all aspects of entertainment and experience design, Lightswitch is proud to sponsor Leading Ladies.
Oh,
Yeah, and it's kind of like that's the feeling, and you've either got it
you
in your
either have it or you don't.
yeah, yeah, exactly.
And this industry isn't for everybody. I have, like, a friend of mine, I referred a friend, and he did really well, and he did it for a few months, but it
Mhm.
wasn't for him. He wanted to be at home with his son, and I respect that, and I get
Yep,
that. I'm glad you tried it. It's not for everybody. It is not for the faint of heart. It is hard on families. It is, next to the military, the highest divorce rate probably in the entire
yeah,
world. Like,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, no, that I mean, the industry before this, I started in Formula One, which again, man's dominated world.
Oh, nice. Formula
Y
1. Yeah,
yeah.
I mean,
So,
yeah.
I spent over 10 years in Formula One, and then I jumped over from that into the music industry. You know, both industries are dominantly male. There
Yep.
are more ladies, women, whatever you wanna call it, girls in the industry,
I like
but,
ladies.
like, yeah, but we gotta have some what's the word? We've also gotta have some balls.
Representation. Oh,
We
yeah.
you know, because
Yeah, you
we
do.
we've gotta know how to handle ourselves. We've got to be confident in the way we do stuff, and, I mean, in some ways, sometimes if, I don't know, not overreact to anything, but, slightly get a little bit agitated, it's like, "Oh," you can get that kind of, feeling back from people. You're like, "No, no, 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 treat me, like, exactly the same," because we're in the industry for the same reasons. We love it. We wanna work hard, and, that's what I feel. But
Yeah,
going back to
absolutely. Like, I'm not here for any special treatment. I'm
no,
just your
no way.
coworker.
I mean, I probably would go above and beyond trying not to have any special treatment in any way, which is just,
Yeah.
crazy as well. Um, but like from the early age of 8, knowing you wanted to get into the industry, what did you then do to make it happen? Considering maybe you didn't
Um,
have not, I'm not saying you didn't have the support from like David, but like
no,
the
I mean, he eventually did. The only my dad did help me a little bit. The only thing he helped me do was get a job as a stagehand. I
okay. Yeah.
started as a stagehand with LA Stage Call in, I think, 2012 or 11?
Mhm.
Um, Maybe 2010? I can't remember.
How old was you then?
I was, like 22 or 3?
Okay. So had you gone to like university to study?
No,
No,
no.
nothing. No.
I went to university. I was a EMT prior.
Okay.
I was an EMT, and I had responded to a child abuse call to a child with stalking burns, and I was young and couldn't handle it, and I walked. I quit.
But again, there's people that can do this job, and there's people that couldn't. I couldn't do
Yeah,
that. Like
I
I
couldn't.
couldn't.
I could handle anything but children, and so since you can't get to pick your calls,
Yep.
I was like, "Great, this isn't for me."
Okay. So then that was it. Which, and
Yeah.
it's what we just said, that job, that role, I certainly couldn't. My friend at the moment, she's like basically gone in for fostering children. There's no
Mhm.
way. I just couldn't. I could not do it. I've got
Yeah.
so much admiration for her wanting to do it. I mean, it's taken her like 2 years to go through the training and the qualification.
Mhm.
And I mean, she's also in our industry. And she was like, I need out of this industry now. I've had enough, and I'm not as happy doing it anymore. So it's time to move on. And this is the direction she went in. Um,
And I found that, like, burnouts like that happen,
mhm.
right? Like, right before COVID happened, I didn't realize how much of a break I needed, um, because I was starting to get unhappy and I was miserable. All I wanted to do was go home. I didn't like my job anymore. But I had also been on tour for almost, like, 2 solid years with no
Wow.
breaks.
Wow. That's a lot. That is a lot.
Um And COVID happened, and it really forced me to slow down and I think get the break that I really needed.
Did you find that going from doing 2 years to pretty much nothing, that also had an impact on your
Um,
mental health side of things as well? Um,
mm,
or was it
I
kind
mean, I think I was pretty relieved that I had that break, but
Mhm.
I also went right back into working out and, like, reading and watching television and, like, entertaining myself,
Mhm.
going outside for walks, like I also started grocery shopping for Navy wives that were uncomfortable being out, or some of them had issues. So I started doing market runs and drop offs. And
Oh,
like,
wow.
I remember helping one of the women fix their thermostat via video. Um, FaceTime because she had like an autoimmune disease or something. So I like was walking her through how to test the power to make sure it was receiving power and where to put the ground and things like that to make sure that her thermostat was working all over video chat. So I just did whatever I could and
Yeah.
to keep myself busy. I started going to CrossFit. Um, I just stayed active. I think I actually lost like almost like 15, 20 pounds during COVID.
Do you know what? I did the same. I think I lost about, yeah, it was about, I think about nearly about, oh, what is it? Mine's kilograms, but yeah, 10,
Yeah,
10,
yeah, yeah.
10,
10
15, it was
kilos.
about
Yeah.
10 kilograms. But I
Mhm.
also stopped drinking as well. So I had like over a year and a half where I wasn't even drinking. I was exercising. I was like the best I'd ever been in my life. And then
Yeah,
slowly,
and
put it all
that's
back on.
and that's crazy because, that's one thing that I noticed that, like, even for me, I will always drink more when I'm touring than I ever will at home.
Yeah. Yeah. I started stopping again. I did one tour totally alcohol free, and it was the best I'd ever felt.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
it was,
I've done that quite a few times.
yeah, and it takes a lot.
Mhm.
I mean, in fact, I'm in the middle of something now, and it really is incredible how much you kind of rely on that, when you finish work, the beer, and then it can turn into a one, it can turn into two, into three, or whatever. But then if once you cut it out of your system altogether, it's great.
See, I've never necessarily felt that that's like a reliance
Okay, well,
for
that's
me,
good. That's good, yeah.
personally.
Yeah, 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 no,
I've
that's
never
good.
felt it's a reliance for me. It's either just like a sure or like, "Nah, I'm
Yeah,
good."
yeah, just like that's it. I mean, after so going back, so started as a stagehand, when did you realize
Mhm.
that it was basically you wanted to go into video world? Like, why not audio? Why not lighting? Why not the production side? What drew you to video?
I was 13,
Mhm,
and my dad was on tour with Rush,
mhm.
and he had a he had a video engineer, Bob Larkin, amazing guy. I'll never forget this advice. I was like he asked me, he was like, "So," he's like, "What do you wanna do with your life?" And I was like, "I wanna be just like my dad. I'm gonna start with lighting and then go to video." And he's like, "Honey, just start with video. It's less work and more money."
He's like, yeah. Oh, Maria, I love
And
your
I
answers.
did.
I love your
I
answers.
did. I never forgot that, and I took it to heart, and I ran with it.
That is absolutely brilliant, seriously.
Yeah, I mean, and Bob is still in the industry today, like, I still chat with him, on and off, and he's a great dude. I love
We
that man.
we actually had, oh, what's his name? Howard Underlider on the
Okay.
Geese of Gear podcast the other day because
Mhm.
obviously Rush is going out on tour next year.
Oh, I know.
Yeah,
I
so,
got text
yeah, so we
messages
had him on
quite a few
the
months
the
ago
the
about
Geese of
that.
Gear Ah,
Mhm.
are you doing it?
No, not that I know of yet.
No. Ah, okay. Um,
Not that I know
so
of.
so, yeah, so basically so that's okay, that's my answer to that one. That's how you got into it, and what was your first gig? Like
Um,
your first major tour that you was like, "Okay, now I'm touring."
I mean, my first tour I ever did was so I started at Screenworks in 2013, end of 2012 to 13, I think, as a temp in the shop. And I started in the shop. I did not start as a touring personnel. I used to just pack cables and clean cables and test them and re-end them and do all of the really non-exciting
Mhm.
stuff that I personally think every touring person should do.
You have to, yeah, yep, no.
Um, I mean, unfortunately, you don't have to, but anyways, so I started in the shop doing that, and, um, as a shop person, they like, you do festivals and
Mhm,
stuff, but my first tour was 2019, uh, was it 29 if 2018 maybe? Or no, two that 2017, I
mhm.
think. Yeah, I'm sorry, 2017, that tracks, with Pentatonix.
Okay.
It was, I think it was one of their first tours that they actually had video. It was just a US tour. It was for a couple months, and I built LED and I ran handheld camera during the show.
And that's when and could you say that is that a moment when you realize, like, "This is exactly where I'm supposed to be?"
Um, no. I don't know. I've always felt that in this
Mhm.
industry. Maybe it's because I, to a degree, feel the most comfortable in a
Mhm.
backstage setting.
Yep.
Um, no, my goal was to do a world tour.
Ah,
That
okay.
was my goal. My goal wasn't just to tour, it was to do a world tour.
Okay, so when was
Um,
your first world tour?
it was it that one? Yeah, it was with Guns N' Roses in 23. It
Amazing.
was with Guns N' Roses in 20 or 22, sorry. It was with GNR in 22, and
Mhm.
then I went back in 23 as well.
Amazing. That's
I did do Pentatonix took me to they did a world tour, but we were supposed to do the European leg in 2019.
Mhm.
It was so we did Asia, like Japan, Singapore, Australia. So technically 2019 was the first world tour, and then we were going into 2020,
Mhm. Oh,
and we were gonna fly to Warsaw to start the European leg, and COVID hit. So that's like Pentatonix in 2019 was my first world tour, but it
yep.
didn't complete because of
Mhm.
COVID.
Right.
So that's kind of, I guess, only semantic, I guess, if you will,
Yeah,
on
yeah, yeah,
that.
yeah.
Um, but GNR in 22 was the first completed world tour that I didn't accompany my dad on.
And what would you say are what's been your like the challenges of going on a world tour? You know, how did you?
Language barriers.
Yeah, is that just I mean, going somewhere like Japan or anywhere is always harder than going somewhere in Europe, as an example. But um, how do you get by on that? How do you?
I think, well, a lot of for GNR, a lot of it was locally sourced. So we
Hmm.
only had to load in a handful of things
Okay.
because, like, countries like Australia and things like that are, you have to air freight a lot
Hmm.
because it's so big and
Yeah.
trucks can't really drive it.
Hmm.
So a lot of it was locally sourced. So it was just a lot of our set and our backline stuff that we really kind of just helped everybody out on. At that point, it was like when you do your stuff, you check other departments. Do you guys need anything? Do you need help? It's like it's very much a team effort in those camps, which is the way I think it should be. It
Yep.
should never always kind of be like finish your job,
Yep.
but if lighting's struggling and you can help, like hop in. It,
That doesn't
if you
often
can,
happen.
always
But that's
ask.
great. That's
It
great.
doesn't
I mean,
often
yeah.
happen. It doesn't often happen, but that was the mentality to a degree that I grew up on.
But that isn't that awesome? And is that how like GNR actually like your camp there? That's how you all did it together?
Well, you help other people if they need it,
Yeah.
you know? You never go onto the dock without a case in your hand, like,
Yeah.
you help out where you can. I mean, I had sometimes, if we were having rough loadouts, like, friends of mine on the carp team would help us load out.
Yeah. That's
I mean,
awesome.
it's just you do what you can.
Mhm. Yeah. And when you're traveling, is there anywhere that you like particularly like stands out and you're like, "Oh my god, that venue or that location, whatever, that was so incredible, mind-blowing."
Um, yeah, actually. It was on guns. It was in Greece, actually, and we played next to the Colosseum.
Mm.
Um, it was, like, right next to these ruins, but it was
Okay.
kind of like a field, and they just built this stage, and it was like there was a highway. I don't exactly remember where. I know it wasn't far from the Colosseum, but it was, like, just like a field, and we were next to ruins that were, centuries old,
How that's
and
cool.
there's just a show going on right next
That's
door.
it.
Like, I remember taking a video, because I had a locked off shot during November rain. So I locked my camera, and I remember taking my phone, and everybody had their cell phone out, like the lighters. I miss the lighters, by the way.
Yeah, I
LEDs are
know.
great,
Cell
but I
phones
miss
now.
lighters. Um, but I remember taking my phone and just doing a pan across where it's just cell phone lighters for as far as you can see, and then these Roman ruins next to us are just uplit, and
Oh, I got
it
shivers.
was beautiful. It's beautiful. Um, yeah,
And is there
it's great.
anywhere
I
when
think
you
that
were
was
on like on a list of where you'd love to do a gig or be
where
part
I
of?
love doing a gig.
No, like where you'd love to do a gig. Like, is there a particular country, venue, a place that you've never been? You're like, "Oh my god, I wanna do that. That's on my list." Like, we had
Um,
someone yesterday on the other podcast, and they basically had a gig at the Taj Mahal in India. Like, how cool is with that as a
oh, that's
backdrop?
rad.
Like, amazing, and I was
That's
like, "Oh
cool.
my god."
I mean, I mean, list is, that would be extensive.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
I
you're
like,
right.
I'm a person, I love history. I
Mhm.
mean, it could be anything. I mean, GNR, like this is another one. GNR, we played Manaus in
Yeah.
Brazil, which is in the Amazon.
Oh my god.
And, one of the mornings we had off and, a bunch of us were able to go into the Amazon and like go where the Black River and the Amazon met and see it.
Oh.
Like it was rad. I mean, like so I I can't really narrow it down
Yeah, no, 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 I
because
understand. It
it
just
would be like
but just that experience
anywhere,
alone,
anywhere.
that
Yeah,
that
but
experience, how cool. Like,
I
I'm
mean,
in.
okay, so Egypt with the
Yeah.
pyramids. I've never been to Egypt. I would love to do a gig with the pyramids. Like that is one place I have always wanted to go and I've never been is Egypt.
Yeah. No, I've never been to Egypt. I actually it's funny, at one point I was like, "No, you only go
You're
to
quite
Egypt."
close,
I know I am,
geographically speaking.
but I had this really weird thing when I was, like, kind not growing up, but I was like, "No, you don't go to Egypt until you're old." I don't know why. I don't know
Oh,
why.
no, there is no age limit.
I
Mm-mm.
think it was just a, at one point, especially, like, not being so far away, but there was just, like, it seemed like everybody that I knew that was older, the parents and they're all going to Egypt. And I was like, "No, I'm too young to go to Egypt." But now I'm fine. I can go now.
I mean, yeah, you can go whatever you want.
Um, it's funny actually talking about all these different places. I think I kind of mentioned, like, I'm on a really remote island right now, just off of the
Yeah,
mainland of Crete. There's 50 people here right now on this island. Like,
awesome.
it's insane.
See, I'm about that life.
It's
I'm
this is the
like, I don't know. I think about just places like I just buy a house in the mountains that's like, you know, like I'm willing to drive an hour to an airport to work.
yeah, yeah. Well, this is a little bit
I'm
further
willing to
now.
drive an hour.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
it'd probably take me about 5 hours to get to the nearest airport, but, okay, a day. I've now extended
I
it
mean,
to a
that's
day.
rad.
But, like,
Yeah.
it's so frigging cool, but I love both. Talking about all of this, like, I get so excited about tours and world touring, and then here I am on this little remote island with 50 people, and I literally we haven't seen anyone for, like, the last 5 days. Like, it's, like, insane.
Yeah, and
But then in the
that's not a
summer, there's
terrible thing.
thousands of people that come here. Like, it's a real kind of, like,
Mhm.
hippie kind of vibe, all the rest of it. Um, but sorry, I just went off on a tangent. I often do that. Um,
All good.
so yeah. So where do you see yourself, like, now? Like, is there any, like, have you got any aspirations to sort of learn more, to zone into a particular area of of video world, or go into directing? I don't know. Like, are you, like, do you see yourself? Yeah. Do you have any goals or ambitions to for anything else?
Um, I'm not quite sure. So,
Yep.
yeah, like I mentioned, I hit my goal,
Mhm.
and that's kind of something that I've been thinking about for a little bit. I mean, I've done a little bit of crew chiefing.
Mhm. And how did you like that?
Um, I liked it. It was fine. I had a great crew, and I crew chiefed Sick New World and Lovers and Friends a couple years ago, um, and I had a great crew, and everything went pretty smoothly. I haven't really I'm not 100% sure yet.
Mhm.
Like, I like the idea of directing, but this is the thing though too, or like engineering. I've thought about moving into servers as well.
Mhm.
Um, but each one of those jobs comes with their own set of stressors, right? Like, each one comes with its own set of stressors, own set of learning, own set of skills. And it's really about trying to, unfortunately, in this industry, you have to really put the effort to forward your own education
Mhm.
because otherwise you can get stuck, right? Like, you can get
Yep.
stuck in what you know because you get so busy.
Yep. Yeah, that's true.
And you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, which is a great thing. If you have the ability to stay that busy, like, it's like, I'm a freelancer, but Screenworks keeps me so busy that I have not branched out to another video company,
which is
you
great.
know,
Yeah.
and which
And
is great,
do you, I mean,
and I
you
am so blessed for that.
yeah. I mean, you mentioned obviously that you'd had like a little bit of a, well, you need, when COVID came, you realized that you actually needed
Mhm.
the rest. Have you learned from that and you don't
Yeah,
take on as much work and
I try to not work, like, November, December until,
Mhm.
like, February,
Okay.
March.
Yep.
And honestly, not a lot of things pop up.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Excuse you.
Um, Honestly, like, this is definitely the quiet time.
Mhm.
I'm actually, taking this run right now because not a lot of opportunities usually show up like January, February.
Yeah, that's great.
Um, I usually, for the last 4 years, I've been doing EDC Mexico
Oh.
every February. Um, because I am usually kind of sitting at home, like, okay, I'm
Yeah, what
kind
am
of
I doing?
ready to go back. So I took this gig early, mainly because I love the crew. I love the production people, like the show is great.
Mhm.
It as a whole really speaks to me. The schedule is hard.
Okay,
It is
yes.
one of the harder schedules that I have done in quite a while. It's 4 to 5 shows a week.
Okay.
Um, but the crew makes it worth it.
See, that's really nice. That's a great thing to hear. Like, yeah, it's a hard schedule,
The crew makes it a
but if
hundred
the
percent worth it. And the
crew makes
production team, I mean, we all try, we all help each other out. We're all there for each other. Like, it's a really solid core crew that I really appreciate. And from the moment I walked in, because I did replace somebody, I have felt absolutely welcomed.
oh, that's really nice because sometimes that doesn't happen. So that's really, yeah,
Yeah.
that's really nice. And so where are you off to? Is it, you said on Monday?
We are going to start in Bakersfield. We'll do rehearsals, and that's where our first show is. But we're doing Canada in January and
Oh,
February.
no way. So the whole of January in Canada.
Yeah.
Wow. That's gonna be
In and
cold.
out of Canada. Yeah, no kidding. I just spent a couple $100 on some extreme warm Carhartt jackets.
Seriously, I'm like that girl.
Hopefully my Southern California, butt won't turn into a popsicle.
Oh my goodness. I couldn't think of, oh, I'd have to have like hand warmers and toe warmers. I'd have to have everything.
Yeah, I mean, we're working on it.
But yeah, but January, February, that's a good time. Like you said, normally it's quite quiet. So you've got work, which is brilliant. And after that, like, do you have anything in the pipeline? Or Offspring? Do they
Not that
finish
I know
their,
of.
okay.
Yeah,
But
not that I
again,
know of.
that's when it all starts, like everything starts
Mhm.
working, starts coming into play. And then you've got hopefully a nice busy summer. Um,
Yeah, I mean, I've talked to a couple people about things, potential things, but nothing is set in stone, and
yeah. Actually,
you know
there's
how
one
all
thing
that goes.
yeah, I need to ask you this. So I had oh, I can always Amber Williams that works with your dad. And she was saying that
Oh, yeah.
they basically all of the crew are part of the stage and get to be, I don't know, play someone dead or something like that. I was wondering,
Mhm.
have you ever done that?
As a crew member, no. So because I go and visit my dad and like on Rush and sometimes on Alice, like,
Yeah.
on Rush, I've gone on the stage with the show's going and like basted chickens on one tour. But no, I've never done that. Only, well, Actually not true. Christmas tour Pentatonix, I actually didn't have to run camera.
Okay.
And on the last show, they played, I can't remember the name of the song, but they played the song from the Sister Act too, if you ever like with
Oh,
Whoopi
yeah.
Goldberg, if you've seen
Yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
where the kid hits the super high note and it's like, I think it's joyful, joyful, if I remember.
I think it is joyful, joyful.
Um, yeah, they closed out their Christmas set with that, and on the last show, there was 7 girls on the tour, we all got nun outfits, and we wore them out into the crowd in front of the band because the band came down into the crowd, and so we played a prank on them doing that, and, like, on the last show, we would always do pranks on that tour, and it was so much fun. But I was able to participate in that, which really made my day because normally I don't get to do things like that. I'm usually at front of house, like I did Kenny Chesney 2024 and at
Mhm.
the Sphere last year, and I'm always on camera. I'm either doing a front of house camera or a handheld camera. So I don't usually get a lot of opportunity to be
Yep.
interactive with the show because
Yep.
I'm shooting the show.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, I just because like anyone that's come on here and talked to me, they've been saying about like Alice's at the end, or not at the end, like during the show at some point, like the crew members get up and a part of it. And I was like, that's so
Yeah.
cool. Like, and I just wondered like if you was ever visiting your dad, you was like, I don't know, one of the zombies or something in
Oh yeah,
the
I do that. I've absolutely done that. I've, basted chickens with Rush, like I said, and
yeah. I mean, it
um
just for me, that's
a
just a
couple
stuff.
times. Even my best friend Venus that came with me to the show once, I got her to go out on stage and do it. So yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean I'll do that when I can. Absolutely. I'm about that.
yeah, because I was on Coldplay and there's one of the
Okay.
where they do the balloons like into the audience, and
Mhm.
I used to be like, I want to do it every night. I was like, I want to do it, I want to do it because okay, it wasn't on stage, but just to
Yeah.
sit down and you look up at that stadium and you're like,
Oh, it's
oh
wild.
my
So on
god,
Offspring right now, I'm handheld camera. I'm the handheld camera on stage right, and um we during Americana, they throw out beach balls and I turn around to shoot the balls, but I'm looking at the entire
oh,
crowd from the pit, but I'm looking at the entire crowd and it's like that's a lot of people. Like, when we were in Paris, I think we did 40,000, we were recording it. Paris was a wild show. That show with the energy from the crowd, it was awesome in Paris.
and to see, and it's when you see the audience and you're like, I mean,
Oh,
anywhere,
yeah. You
I
can
mean,
talk about it all you want, but it's seeing it and, like, looking at it. Like, I couldn't imagine how those guys get up on stage every night and play in front of all the like, I could not do that.
what advice would you give, let's say, any young student or young person coming into the industry, maybe that especially wants to do video, but just more into the industry? And because this is a leading ladies podcast, like to the ladies out there, like what advice would you give the ladies that want to get into this crazy little world of ours?
I mean, listen, just listen.
Hmm.
Listen to what people have to tell you. Listen to what is going on around you. Pay attention, be aware. Um, you know, you don't know everything. You never will. You never will know everything. You can prepare for the unexpected as much as possible, but the unexpected will always happen.
Hmm.
Don't let it ruin your day. Don't take things personal. Um, for a long time I was told like, you can't trust anybody, but I don't believe that.
No.
Be thankful for the friends that you gain out of this industry. And not everybody's going to be your friend and not everybody's going to like you, and that's okay.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I think that's can be depends.
Uh
let's say, sensitive you are. Like, doesn't have to be like, a
Yeah.
soft or anything like that, but you have got to take that. Not everybody's going to like you.
Yeah, and that's okay. I mean, uh, be nice, but don't just be too nice,
Yep.
right? Like, have your boundaries, stick to them, because the moment you don't stick to them, they're no longer your boundaries
Yep.
at the end of the day.
Yep.
Um, you know, if you say you're gonna do something, do it.
Mhm.
Your word is all you got.
Yeah. And I would
Your word
also
is
say
all
as
you have
well,
in this industry
own up to your
and
mistakes
in
sometimes.
life. Own up to your yep, I was
Yeah.
getting there. Own up to your
Yeah.
mistakes. I've messed up a ton of times, and I am the first person who was like, "Yep, that was me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like, my bad." We all make mistakes in life, at work. It's just the faster that you own up to them and the faster you accept that, that the faster you accept that you just did it and it's okay, the quicker you will learn the lesson that it is
Mhm.
there to teach you.
Yep. Totally agree. Totally, totally.
But yeah, I mean, mainly listen, and like I've mainly ran into the states where I've had issues with uh not a lot, but issues with male stagehands
Mhm.
working for a woman or underneath a woman or however the hierarchy you want
Yeah.
to describe it as. Don't let that get to you. Don't let that stop you. Like, it's always gonna be harder for us out here. We don't have the upper body strength, and that's okay, but I
Yeah.
will tell every woman that wants to be in this industry, go into a gym. Go to a gym. Be able to lift properly, be able to take care of yourself. Gym is good for mental health, physical health. Like, go to the gym, stay active,
That's really good
pay
advice,
attention,
actually.
be aware. Like,
Yeah.
because if you wanna be in this industry, like, 100, 200-foot Saco cable is heavy,
Yep.
but if you wanna be in this industry and you wanna be taken seriously, girl, you need to be able to lift it, or you
Yep.
need to be able to you need to be able to lift,
Yep.
and you need to be able to do it without hurting yourself. Granted, use your stage hands, but your stage hands will not always be there.
Yep. And also, that is brilliant advice. Like, go to the gym, because when you've got your downtime, you check into a hotel or whatever, go to the gym, give yourself that
And
release
I'm
of,
preaching to the choir, and I don't always go to the gym when I check into
yeah,
hotels. You are exhausted. Like, on hard schedules,
mhm,
just do it when you can. Just
yeah.
do it when you can, even if it's in your room, like, or if you need to just go out for a walk.
I was
That
gonna say I'm a
walking is
walker.
excellent exercise.
Yeah.
Walking is great exercise, but like, when on your downtime, when you're at home, lift smart,
Yeah.
lift functionally, like, as females, if I'm speaking to females here,
Mhm.
you wanna be in a male-dominated industry, you wanna be able to do that, you need to be able to also pull your own weight,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
know?
no, I think that's great advice, really. Um, yeah, no, I think I can't really thank you enough for coming on and chatting with me. I think we've kind
Yeah,
of covered most stuff. Is there anything else you want to like bring up or talk about at all, or is there?
I mean, the no, I mean, this is, in my opinion, it's the best job in the world. It's all I've ever wanted to do, and
Oh, I
I'm
love
just
that.
grateful that I have the opportunity to do it. I've known I've wanted to do this since I was 8, and if you do what you love, you never work a day in your life. And if you stop loving it, then it's time to move on, and it's okay.
Oh, Maria, that is the best. Really, the absolute best thing you could have said, and I think that's going to be my opening. That is going to be my opening for you, because yeah, that's a really cool thing. No, it is, because if you don't love what you do, I've always believed you got to change it.
And also for the advice thing,
Yeah.
like, be fiscally sound, plan for retirement because this industry has 0 retirement.
Mm,
It has
yes.
0 backup plan, it has 0 401k, it has 0 anything like that, that a 9 to 5 job is going to prep for you. You need to think about it, and the earlier you think about it, the better off you will be, whether or not this is your entirety career or it's a 10 or 12-year thing.
So this is a really good example. Literally, it was about 2 weeks ago now. Not 2 weeks ago, 2 months ago, which is just after we were going to talk all the rest of it. I fell over and I landed straight on my face, and
Oh my goodness.
I fractured my cheekbone. So this is the first talking I've done since for in the 2 months, basically 2 months. That's why I'm on the island,
Mhm,
because I couldn't do Christmas, I couldn't do New Year. Now, if
mhm.
I hadn't have been sensible in my previous years and save up little bits and, have a backup plan, I'd be screwed right now because it's freelance work. I can't,
Yeah,
you know, and there's nobody bailing me out right now. My whole face was black and blue. I couldn't do
I mean,
this.
it's yeah.
I couldn't do
Whether or
LBI.
not you have a partner at home or
Yeah,
whatever, the only person that's ever gonna take care of you is you,
yeah,
and
exactly.
you have to be ready for that. Like, this industry is not for the weak-hearted.
But we
It
also don't
is to
get.
a degree it is a very cutthroat industry. I don't like that term, but it
No,
is,
it is. No,
you know?
it is.
It is. I don't like that term. I wish there was another analogy I could use for it, but you have to be ready. You have to prepare for not having work. You have to prepare for your retirement because nobody else is gonna do it for you, and, the money is good, and you just need to be smart with it. Set aside money to pay your taxes so that you don't forget about that. Like, you have to prep for that
And people
because you
don't
don't
get
wanna be
taught
caught with your
this,
pants down. I
but
know.
and we don't get taught this. I mean, it's kind of like you should
No.
know, but
I
I know.
remember I was going out on my first tour, and, uh, the owner of Screenworks, Danny O'Brien, we were talking, and I remember him looking at me. He was like, "Don't be a dumbass and don't spend all your money." He's like, "Prep for paying taxes. Be prepared for that because you are gonna have to do it on your own when you do freelance." And
Mhm.
I looked up the federally maxed amount that they could tax me, and in the US, it's 30%, I believe. And I
Yep,
have set aside 30% every single check I get, whether it's weekly, biweekly, monthly, didn't matter. I
yep,
set it aside and it doesn't exist.
yep.
So, I mean, people, that's why also say listen. People are going to tell you, they will help you if you ask the questions. Listen to what they're saying. They have been doing this. They know. They're not, like, out nobody's
And
out to get you, but listen and be prepared and be ready. Think ahead.
and it's so easy to dip into that big pay packet that you've just got. You might wanna buy
Oh,
something,
yeah.
but I always might really, unless I have if I have the money to buy it, but once everything's done, everything's paid, and then I can buy something. And then
Oh,
till
believe
that
me, I
point,
love spending money.
like,
I
oh,
am a pro at spending money. I love it.
I've learned the hard
I'm one
way
of
though.
those people, I can't take it with me when I die, so I might as well enjoy it now. I don't have kids. But, like, you have to think of the other things first,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you
but
can
then
go have a good time.
again, it's the advice. That's the kind of advice that we aren't necessarily offered, and whether that goes
No.
back from school, I'm like, not even just about this industry, like all your
And they don't teach that in school.
no,
They don't teach you how to balance a checkbook. They don't teach you how to pay
no,
taxes. They don't teach you anything like that. I mean, I remember basic economics is economics of government and import and export and things like that, but they don't teach you the everyday life, how to create a budget, how to do that.
Don't
They
get a
don't
credit
teach that in
card.
schools, and that is exactly, and that is things that need to be taught, that if you are going to get into this industry, you potentially have the opportunity to have a lot of money thrown at you right away. Do not blow it.
Yeah,
Think about it. If you don't know, ask. Ask.
yeah.
I have gotten so much advice from roadies, like, who have been there, who have done it.
Mhm.
Just ask.
Yeah, yeah, and people actually they love it when you ask these questions because they
Yeah,
can give their what's happened to them. I mean, I one of my very first tours, there was one particular person doing quite a lot of coke, basically, and I was like,
yeah.
"How?"
I mean,
Like,
it's a thing.
yeah, it's a thing, and he was like, he looked at me, he says, "Sarah, don't do it." I said, "What?" He goes, "Do
Don't.
not get in." He said, "Do not get into this." He said, "By now I could have bought 3 houses."
Oh,
He
yeah.
said, "And I haven't." And I always remember that, and I was like, "Okay." Like, and then ever since, even
And
to
things like that resonate with you.
yeah. Seriously,
Like,
to this
as a
day.
person, things like that resonate with you. I absolutely, to this day. I was 13 when I got told to just start with video and skip lighting, and I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, things like that resonate with you. Like, oh, and another thing, if you don't know how to do something, just ask.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than
Don't
just
just ask.
dragging it.
You know, we are hanging thousands of pounds over people's heads. Like, this is a very easy job to seriously hurt somebody,
Mhm.
and yourself. Like, be smart, just ask. If you don't know, just ask. That
Yeah.
is why that is why there are riggers there, that is why there are lighting people there, that is why there are people that deal with power, like, on big stadium shows, we have power people, like, just ask. Ask.
Yeah.
You don't know, ask.
And how would you are you kind of, like, open to, like, asking for help when you need help? As in, maybe things are a bit too much for you, you might be a bit stressed with stuff,
Always.
might buzz yeah.
Always. I am probably I will always ask for help. I always have. I've always been that way. If I'm unsure of doing something, I
Mhm.
even ask for supervision.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, I'm not sure if I'm doing this right. Can you come and just watch me do it and reassure me?" Like, my crew chief or whatever,
Yeah,
and
show
he's
show
just
me
looks at
once.
me,
Show me once,
and he looks
I'll
at
know.
me, and he's like, "Really?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Alright." He's like, "Come on, let's go."
But it's the best way. It's the best
Yeah,
way to learn it.
and honestly, and be social. Like, I some of my best friends I have made because I've toured.
Yeah.
My best I mean, I have people I have my best friend some of my best friends are touring people. You know,
Don't you
it's
find it
like
it always makes me like, you're so inside the tour and the family, and I always remember my first tour, and when I got home, I was so, like, lost on my own, and I was like,
yeah,
like, the feeling
because nobody
of
can relate.
nobody can relate, and you can't
Nobody
tell
n that's
anybody.
and that's the other thing, like, it doesn't matter, like, how much your partner at home or your friends, how much you talk to them, nobody will ever understand
No.
our life unless you live it.
No.
Like, and that I think is where a lot of issues with marriages and things like that happen because it's so hard to reconnect when you get home because I'm the first one to do it. The moment I leave, I pull most of the plugs,
Yeah.
you know, because I'm here to work.
Okay.
And if you're struggling, just talk to somebody.
Yeah.
It's
Uh,
okay. We all deal with it. We
yeah.
all deal with it. We all turn, I don't like normies off. You
Yeah.
know, I come home and I struggle with regular society's lack of time management.
Oh, that drives my head.
That is that drives me crazy. Like, when I go into I because I get my nails done. It is one thing I do for myself on the road, at home, that makes
Mhm.
me feel feminine. Like, I get my nails done, and it is important for you when you are out on the road as a female to don't forget that, whether it's skincare or
100.
gym or something, like, self-care is so important, and, I struggle when I come home or when I go to a nail salon and I'm like, "Hey, I have an hour. Are you guys able to fulfill this service in an hour? Like, sometimes it takes longer, but this is what I need." And they say, "Yes, of course, no problem, no problem." And I was sitting in a nail salon the other day, and it was 2 hours later, and I was really trying not to flip my shit
Yeah.
because in our industry, if you're 2 hours late, you're already on a plane home. That's not acceptable. If you're
If
2
you
hours behind and you're not delivering the products, like, you have your production manager or your stage manager or whoever up your ass.
leave time,
And
8 o'clock. If you're not on that bus at 5:02, it leaves at 8 and it's going. And
yeah,
that's it, it's
I
going.
mean, yeah, I
You
know,
imagine I live
and
in
so
I live
coming
in
home
Greece.
and, like, I struggle. Oh, I know. Oh, I know.
Ah.
And, I come home and I struggle with the lack of time management,
Yeah,
personally. It is a struggle for me, and it is something that I've just had to learn to, breathe through and let go. But there are certain things that I struggle with, like coming home, because nobody understands the high stress, high pressure environment. And to a degree, if you're successful in this industry, you thrive off of that.
yeah, yeah.
And not everybody does.
No. I mean, definitely the time management thing. I mean, I was like, say, single for years, especially living in Greece. I was like, there's no way, a Greek husband, not a chance. And one of the things that actually, let's say, drew me to my husband now, I said, okay, we'll meet at 9 o'clock. He was there every single time. Like, he was punctual,
Punctual.
everything. And I was like, are you really Greek?
It's a huge thing. I mean, yeah, it's a thing. It's
Like,
something that I think that all roadies struggle with, is time management, and because we hold everybody to our expectations,
yeah, that is true. Yeah, no, that is true. Yeah,
and they don't understand it, and
no.
it's not fair to everybody else to be held to expectations. They have no idea what it even means.
No. I mean, I just get annoyed. I just think
So
it's
just
distra
don't do that.
yeah, and
I get annoyed too. So
just
just,
it's
try
just
not to. You just
disrespectful.
gotta try to let it go.
Yeah,
That's the
yeah.
other advice I can give. But if you're struggling, just talk to somebody.
And I think now um, there's a lot more help out there as well. I mean, even with the podcasts,
Yeah,
like I work
there
with a
is.
lot of the, Roby Backstage has got stuff going on. You've got behind the scenes, you've got so many
Mhm.
foundations and charities out there that are there to help you. There was a wonderful lady, we're talking about finance, she's there to support and she's part of some of the tours as well now. And she goes there to actually support the crew and say, okay, right, let's talk about the finance side of things. Let's see, make a plan and
Which
help
is
you.
great because
Right.
because this industry is so lost on that.
Yeah.
Nobody talks about it,
No.
nobody teaches it. I mean, I feel, a whole chunk of the world to a degree is lost on finances because, nobody teaches it in schools or anything, but it's easier when, you're a W-2 employee and you have 401k and all of the benefits and things like that. It's a package. There's not anything
Hmm.
that you have to do, and we have to do that for ourselves entirely.
Yep.
So that's I mean, that's huge. So, like, things like that, like, if you're struggling, just ask.
Yeah.
Everybody struggles. It's like life is hard. Life is hard, and sometimes you have to turn it off, and that's okay.
But I think now tour managers, and on in tour camps, there are more things for the crew. I mean, I've been on a crew where on a tour when there's been a therapist on tour.
Yeah,
And
I actually talked to a touring therapist who goes out, does a couple tours with artists and crew members,
again, I think it's brilliant.
and it's great. It's amazing to be able to have somebody that you can talk to who entirely understands our world
Yeah,
and understands what it's like to just pull all the plugs. You pull them quick. The moment you walk on that tour bus, it's like, stop,
And even that,
you know?
we get off a tour bus, you've had, maybe
So,
you've loaded out the night before, you're on a tour bus, you're sleeping, you wake up the next morning, you roll into work again, not having a shower, and you do it all again, and that could be for, especially arena tours, that could be 3, 4 days straight, in, out, in, out, in, out. Like the
oh,
physical
yeah.
side of your
I mean,
body, the
I've asked, oh, yeah. I've asked stagehands, like, "What city am I in?"
yeah,
'Cause
oh
I don't
god,
know.
yeah.
I've asked stagehands what city I'm in. I've asked stagehands what day of the week it is. I've asked
Yeah.
stagehands what date it is. I will
Where were you
say I
yesterday? I don't know.
advise wearing a watch. Yeah, I advise wearing a watch that shows you the date.
Okay,
That is
yeah.
something that kinda helps me. Like,
Mhm.
'cause I wear old school watches. I used to think I wanted an Apple Watch to track all these things, but I prefer old school watches, and it's simple, and it just has a date. And I'm like, "Oh,
That's it.
okay, today's the 5th." Like,
Mhm.
great.
Yeah,
At least I know what day it is.
yeah. 'Cause you imagine that when people say, like, you go and you go, "Oh, where were you yesterday?" I'm like, "Oh, I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea.
Where were you yesterday?" Like, it was I don't know, it was an arena and we were in a car park.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, no idea. And I think for me as well, it's especially when you've been doing it for so many years, and I started to make a note of, like, every venue, every, like, where we saw I could look back on it. Of course,
Oh,
like, no, I didn't keep that
no.
up. That's all. That was all in my
Like,
mind.
I feel like that's a pipe dream.
Oh, seriously, massive pipe dream. I mean, I think I've got about a
Yeah,
handful with, like, the first 3 of any
yeah,
given
right.
tour. After that, not a chance. So, of course, then you've got everybody when you go in and you're, like, on the bus and you're just coming in and you're like, "I can't remember what this one's like." And then someone goes, "Oh, this has got this in it. This has got that in it." And again, you have no idea. And you get there and you're like,
Yeah.
"I remember
Oh, I've been
now."
here. Yeah. I remember this loading dock. Alright.
I remember this is a shit fight. Yay!
Yeah. I mean, but that's what it is, but I will say that I think that the touring industry and the people in the touring industry are the best people.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, I wouldn't work with anybody else. I tried during COVID. I tried to get another job. I
yeah.
tried to swap to a 9 and 5, and I couldn't. I couldn't. I don't think I ever will be able to. I don't know if I'd ever be able to turn this off.
Well, I'm doing what's because I don't tour. As I do like one tour a year, and then I've got this remote, and I'm really happy with that. Like that's
And that's great. I would like to do something like that.
and again,
But yeah.
I'm being remote. Like I can be anywhere, which again gives like
Mhm.
it's not. I'm not being normal still.
Yeah, but
Um,
that also comes with its own challenges.
it certainly does. Oh no, it really does.
Mhm.
But at the same time, I mean, my mum's forever going to me, "When are you gonna get yourself a proper job?" I mean, she's been saying it since I was 18, like, she's never like she loves telling everybody what I do, but she's like, "When are you gonna get a proper job?" So, anyway, so
I
she's
think proper jobs are overrated, and I
yeah, me
think
too.
it's like a societal thing about proper jobs. Like, what's to say that this wouldn't be
It's
proper?
and I said to my mum, like, "This is proper. This is a completely proper job."
Yeah, it's a job.
And
I make a lot of money.
and then, so I've said to her, I said, "Look, I'm on reverse retirement." I know, RR, basically reverse
Yeah.
retirement. And she's like, "What do you mean?" I said, "Well, look, when I'm like, because by the time I get to retirement age, it's gonna be 90. So I'm like, look, when I get to like 65, 70, if I need a bit more
Mhm.
cash, I'm gonna get myself an office job. When my knees are all gone and I can't do anything, that's when
Yeah,
I'll get myself an office
exactly.
job." Like, it's,
Exactly. Oh, don't jump off stages.
okay.
Don't jump off stages.
Is that from experience?
You will need knee replacements, my father,
Oh, really? Oh, no.
and other roadies that have knee problems because they jumped off stages for years, 20 years, jumped off stages. The older generation of touring people, do not
Yep.
jump off stages. Don't do it. You're young, you can do it now. Don't do it. Step on a case, man. It's not worth it. Don't jump off stages, y'all.
Okay, there we are. Let that be the yeah, advice. Don't jump off stages.
If you want your knees, don't do it.
Yeah, I've got my back's a bit of an issue at the moment as well.
Oh,
But
I do too. I have a degenerative disc disease, but that has nothing to do with the industry.
yeah, I'm just like, well, getting as I try and walk
But
as much
again,
as I can.
that's why you go to the gym. Go to the
Yeah,
gym and lift, dude. The stronger you are, the better your body will treat you. The body in
exactly.
motion stays in motion.
And like we were saying about, it's often you can't. Not you can't, but you are actually too tired when you're on tour. You kind of you. How many people do you know that take their gym shoes, their gym kit, and it stays in a corner of their suitcase? I've done it too many
I mean, I've
times.
done it.
I
I've
don't
done
even bother
it. I've
taking it
also
now.
used it. I've done it. I've used it. I go back and forth. I really think it's situational depending on the tour and how much time you actually have. But I mean, if you're in arena, there's no reason that you can't go walk some stairs.
Yeah, well, and it's
Like, I get you're tired, and we all get our steps in every day when we're loading in and things like
oh
that,
god,
but,
you
like,
haven't got to worry
just,
about your steps. It's more about like just
you don't
getting
have to
out.
worry. I just think it's really it's so important for, like, especially women, just lifting and lifting right
Mhm.
and knowing how to lift.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I mean, you can always ask for help, but
But like you said, you're
you
not always going to have help,
you're not always gonna have help.
you
You're
know,
not.
and you've got to be able to lift.
You have to be prepared for what you potentially won't have. That is a whole thing of this industry. It is why we carry spares. You have to be prepared for potentially what you don't have, for things that are gonna break. You have to be ready for that.
Hmm. And just hope you don't break your body.
Yeah, I mean, if you keep your body strong, you should be fine.
Yeah. Oh dear. Well, thank you. This has been really because I
No
keep
problem.
keep it to a time. I said it'll be about an hour. We've gone over an hour and 15 now. I want to be punctual
All
with you.
good.
No, I'm
No
joking.
worries.
I'm
No
joking.
worries.
Well, I really hope you have the fabulous rest of your well, it's a long weekend now, and
Yeah,
good luck with Canada. Throw a snowball or two for
thanks.
me. Um,
Oh,
and
I will.
and maybe, who knows if you're in Europe again, especially if you're in Athens, maybe one day our paths will cross and it'll be, yeah, really,
Absolutely, that would be
really nice to
great.
see
I
you in
love
person.
Athens.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we do too. But anyway, Maria, thank you so much. And yeah, thank you.
Awesome. You have a great day. Enjoy Greece. It's gorgeous.
La 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 ladies, the ladies. La, la, la. Now here's the leading ladies by geezers of gear. On tour, maybe she got some stories to share. Now here's the leading ladies by the geezers of gear. Rock star ladies with some stories to share, because la 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 ladies, the ladies, la 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 ladies. Yeah, she's a Now here's the leading ladies by geezers of gear. Rockstar ladies with some stories to share.